Are you ready to pump your hand in the air like you just don't care and shake it
Yes.
up in the air and just be happy with it?
Okay.
Like they did the end of the Breakfast Club with Simple Minds.
Oh, they have more than Don't Forget About Me.
They have two other huge hits off that one album with the other album, the album that I can't think of the top of my name. Anyways, their album was called oh God, I'm forgetting the name. I gotta pull it up. Forgive me, everyone. Once Upon a Time. Their album, Once Upon a Time, had the hit single Don't You Forget About. And by the way, it's their 7th album and had Don't You Forget About Me on it, right? That's their only number 1 hit song. Simple Minds only had one number 1 hit song. But hear me out for a sec.
We'll hear you out for 2 seconds.
Alive and Kicking off this album. I keep hearing it all the time on U2X Radio and the Sirius XM First Wave. Check those channels out. Alive and Kicking reached number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100. So right under Don't You Forget About Me is Alive and Kicking, which is a great song. Alive and Kicking, guys, it's a fantastic Simple Minds song. But everyone only knows if you go on Spotify and you look at their streaming numbers, check out Alive and Kicking. Check out, I'm forgetting the name of this, the other song in a second, but Alive and Kicking is a great song. Check out All the Things She Said off of this album too. This is another big hit for them too. It charted number 28 on the Billboard Hot 100. Simple Minds with Jim Kerr was a great band. They still are a great band, but because they still tour. But long story short, All the Things She Said was a Hot 100 hit. And there's one, I can't think, what's the last one? It wasn't Sanctify Yourself. It was another one. There were some other songs on this album, aside from Don't You Forget About Me, aside from All the Things She Said. I think it's called, no, sorry. It was All the Things She Said, Alive and Kicking, and the title track Once Upon a Time, as well as Don't You Forget About Me. Once Upon a Time charted as well. Not super high, but Once Upon a Time was a pretty big hit as well. Sanctify Yourself, number 14 in the U.S. I'm not super familiar with the song, but I do like it. When I heard it a while ago, I did like what I hear. Long story short, Sanctify Yourself is a great song off the album too, and it reached number 14 on the Billboard Hot 100.
14.
So if you like new wave, if you like 80s like bands, if you like the 80s style of music, check out Simple Minds, number 1. Number 2, check out the album Once Upon a Time, because it has some of their best songs on it. That's really all I know, truthfully. But All the Things She Said, Alive and Kicking, Once Upon a Time, and Sanctify Yourself, and Don't You Forget About Me from the Breakfast Club these are great. So everyone knows them for Don't You Forget About Me. But check out Simple Minds and check out this album too, Once Upon a Time. You will not regret it. They actually just put out an album a couple years ago too. I forget where it was. Simple Minds released an album. I think it was, excuse me, I'm like losing my voice as we talk. A Walk Between Worlds. I just want to talk about this for a sec. This is nothing to do with what we're talking about, but Walk Between Worlds was a great album. I recommend you guys check out the Simple Minds album, Walk Between Worlds. It's their most recent release in 2018, but I highly recommend you check out this album. My aunt works in the music industry, and I told her about this. She's like, "Oh, I didn't know they released one." It's a great album. Check it out. It's very modern for a new wave band, but it's fantastic. Just want to shed some light for that. Anyways, Simple Minds, check them out. Check out all the stuff they've done on Once Upon a Time. They're a great album with really high charting songs for the U.S. and other parts of the globe too that have great songs on them. I love that song, Don't You Forget About Me, but they have other hit songs too, truthfully. So anyway.